Are you ready to get your fix?
With the Wicks here on this beautiful Monday. Now the Atlanta Falcons are continuing to add pieces to their team because, well, they've been at the bottom of the totem pole, the bottom of the NFC South division for quite some time. They need a change of scenery, so they've been adding players left and right. We know about the Jesse Bates signing and stuff like that. They had a pretty good draft, I'd say, getting Bijan Robinson. They're rolling with Desmond Ridder at quarterback and stuff like that. And look, their wide receiver room's getting a little bit better and stuff like that. But at the same time, their defense, well, it's been pretty atrocious these past few seasons, so they knew that they needed to add more pieces to that defense. They did so today. Per Adam Schefter, the Falcons have signed former Seahawks and Bengals cornerback Trey Flowers to a one-year deal. Currently, I'm unsure of the compensation that has not been released. If I had to assume, it's probably $2 million, something like that, with a chance to earn up to $3.5 million, whatever the case may be. I have no clue. They haven't released that part of it, but it is a one-year deal. Trey Flowers now finds himself on the Atlanta Falcons. And look, this to me is more of a depth piece ad than a starting caliber ad, if you will, because he's okay. He's decent. His stats say that he's not going to get many interceptions. I think he has 4 total in his career. Only had 1 last season. A handful of tackles. I think it was like 20 or 23 combined tackles. So he's basically just there to kind of, help take up space, take up room, and stuff like that. He's not a great corner, but he's a decent corner. This, to me, is just a depth piece ad. Now, they do that in adding one more to their roster with, they have a plethora of corners. This is per Adam Schefter as well. He follows it up with Falcons secondary now has recently added, we just talked about Trey Flowers. They got Mike Hughes this offseason. Again, a similar player, similar playing style to Trey Flowers. You're not going to get many interceptions. He's just basically there to take up space and hopefully the offense, or help the offense, or help make sure the offense doesn't just move down the field, gets a handful of tackles and stuff like that. They also have Jeff Okudah they got this offseason, who is spectacular when it comes to the tackling game. Dude had like 70-plus tackles, I think, last season or something like that. Not many interceptions, but Jeff Okudah flies around. Now, remember, he was injured the first, 2 seasons of his career, so there really isn't much to go on, but last season he had a pretty decent one, just basically getting those tackles and stuff like that. They also have Clark Phillips III, who seems to be fantastic. I think he was drafted by them this year or something like that. This is all to a group that already included A.J. Terrell, who's an absolute stud. D. Alford, don't really know much about him. Cornell Armstrong and Darren Hall as well. So their DB room continues to get bigger and bigger. Remember, they got Jesse Bates III this offseason as well. That Atlanta defense, that Atlanta Falcons secondary is getting a little bit better, and they need to, because they have to fight against the Carolina Panthers. They got Adam Thielen this offseason. They got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who has Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Baker Mayfield slinging the rock and stuff like that. You might be able to get a few interceptions, you know what I'm saying? And then they also have to take on, the New Orleans Saints, who have Derek Carr. They have some weapons down there as well. So this is going to be an interesting kind of season for the Atlanta Falcons. Are they headed in the right direction, or are they kind of just stagnant and staying exactly where they have been the past few years in bottom of the AFC South? Not really sure how it's going to play out, but I do know they're trying to make the right moves to become a better team, a better organization. They add Trey Flowers to a one-year deal. Former Seattle Seahawk, former Cincinnati Bengal, DB Trey Flowers to a one-year deal is now at Atlanta Falcons. So make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're super close to 300 subs. You can help me reach that goal by subscribing right now. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and you just got your fix with the Wicks.